Today we're taking a deep dive into something pretty ambitious. We've all seen those learn to code boot camps that kind of promise the moon. But we're looking at a document today called Python for AI, the 8-week roadmap. From zero code to AI deployment in exactly 56 days.
Yeah, it's definitely bold, but what really caught my eye isn't just the promise, it's the actual method. It's not structured like your typical boring syllabus at all. It's totally gamified. You have these mission overviews, and it's split up into 3 phases: the foundation, the engine, and the brain.
Right, and crucially, there's no passive reading here. Like, every single week ends with a boss fight.
Exactly. You don't just take a little quiz at the end of a module. You have to actually build a functioning piece of software to unlock the next level.
So let's test that out. Phase 1 is the foundation, which covers weeks 1 and 2. Week 1 is core logic. Now, normally, this is where courses just bore you to tears with Hello World, but here, the boss fight is building a smart logic gate simulator. Why start there?
Because if you can't control logic flow, you simply can't build intelligence. By manually coding out A and D or R and XOR gates, you stop seeing AI as this magical black box and start seeing it as just electricity and decision trees. It's about predicting outputs before you ever touch a neural network.
Yeah, that makes sense. Then week 2 hits you with a bit of a reality check. Data structures. The project here is an automated data cleaner. Honestly, this sounds like the janitorial work of data science.
It totally is, and that's why it's brilliant. Most tutorials out there just give you perfectly clean data, but real life gives you messy text files and duplicates. So this week forces you to write scripts that ingest that mess, handle the inevitable errors, cause exception handling is huge here, and then spit out clean JSON. If you skip this part, your AI is just going to fail later.
Fair point. So once you survive the cleanup, you hit phase 2, the engine. This spans weeks 3 through 5. And this seems to be where we stop scripting and start doing actual math.
Right, this is the major shift from it works to it works fast. Week 3 introduces NumPy. You quickly learn that standard Python loops are just way too slow for AI, so you switch to vectorization.
Which is doing math on millions of numbers at once, right? The project for week 3 definitely caught my attention. Image as an array. You have to manually apply blur filters to a grayscale image using raw math. So no Photoshop, no pre-built libraries.
None at all. It forces you to internalize that an image is literally just a matrix of numbers. And once you finally get that, week 4 hands you the Swiss Army knife, which is pandas. You end up building a crypto or stock market analyzer, calculating moving averages from raw CSVs.
Which leads right into week 5, visualization. You're using Matplotlib and Seaborn to analyze the Titanic dataset.
Right, the Titanic survival EDA. You're looking for real correlations between age, class, gender. It's the exact moment you realize that AI isn't just crunching numbers. It's about finding the story hidden inside the data.
Okay, so you've got the math and the data down. Now we enter phase 3, the brain. Weeks 6, 7, and 8. This is where the difficulty spike usually hits people. Week 6 is object-oriented programming, or OOP.
Yeah, this is the line between a coder and a software engineer. You stop writing spaghetti code and start using classes and inheritance. The boss fight here is an AI model registry system. You're building an entire structure to version and compare mock models. It's really about architecture.
Then week 7. This is what everyone actually wants to learn right now, advanced Python and LLMs. But looking at the curriculum, it's not just how to write a good prompt for ChatGPT.
No, it's all about control. You're learning regex and tokenization. The project is an automated prompt pipeline. You take raw user input, clean it, and structure it into a format an LLM API can actually process. You're building the bridge between human chaos and machine intelligence.
I love that phrasing. Finally, week 8 is production and APIs.
Because code sitting on your laptop is useless to the rest of the world. You're learning fast API and unit testing. The whole goal is to harden your system so it doesn't break the second real users touch it.
And all of this culminates in the final boss on day 56, the AI-powered data dashboard.
The ultimate capstone project. You take a CSV, run it through your pandas analysis, pipe it over to an LLM API for a summary, and display the whole thing on a live web dashboard.
It's incredibly impressive, but I do have to ask about the fine print here. It clearly says commitment required, 4 hours per day. That is literally a part-time job. Is that realistic for the average person?
It's the uncomfortable truth about this industry. You cannot compress years of computer science concepts into 8 weeks without that level of sheer intensity. It is absolutely a sprint, not a marathon.
It's a steep price to pay, but the payoff is a fully deployed AI application. So here's a thought to leave you with today. If you had this dashboard running today, an AI that could ingest and summarize any data you threw at it, what personal mystery or problem would you finally try to solve? Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.